everyone, welcome back. Before I start yapping about stuff, I just want to say that I made a script, so it might sound different, but whatever. Today's video looks like it's a Minecraft video, but it's not, as you can tell by the title. I'm making a theory. Okay, sorry, I had to. Anyways, I have a theory that March was actually the company in Lethal Company. Just so y'all know. Okay. March was the main base of the company, main building, before. And why this might be important to the lore. Quick side note, all the technical stuff is from Minaxia's Ultimate Lethal Company tier list video. Highly suggest checking that out. Also, the little summary of our story so far. Some other stuff came from MatPat's You Will Be Missed video on Lethal Company lore, as well as Minaxia's Lethal Company war theory video. Check both of those guys out as well. Link to their channels in the description of the video. Okay, time to stop yapping and get on with it. Part 2 overview. Okay, so to start, I'm going to explain what Lethal Company is and explain our goal, etc. Then I'll do a little summary on our story so far for anyone who doesn't know. So, in Lethal Company, you're pretty much an abused space trash worker for Space Amazon. I know your secrets, Jeff Bozo. You go to desolate moons, steal some people's crap, and procrastinate that they're dead so no one owns it. Seems easy. Until you get your neck snapped, or you suffocate, or you literally just breathe on your mic. After screaming every swear possible when you failed to kill the weakest enemy in the game 3 days in a row, you go to Space Amazon headquarters to sell your quote-unquote borrowed stuff. Just make sure you don't make too much noise around the counter. Then you might have to have an unscheduled meeting with the boss. Oh yeah, each item has a value. If you fail to make a certain amount of money after 3 days, you are released from your duties by getting ejected into space. So yeah, that's Lethal Company. Now, after wasting 5 minutes yapping, oh wait, there's one more thing. You can play with up to 4 people. Okay, now that I said that, it's time to move on to the lore. Throughout your journeys collecting V-type engines and literal homemade flashbangs, you can find logs. You can read them by typing Sigurd into the terminal. He mostly yaps, like me. But how much working for the company kinda sucks. But the later logs have a story. Bum bum bum. So far, it seems like the company monster is a giant planet-eating monster simply known as the Beast. In the Lethal Company universe, it seems that there was once a planet known as the Golden Planet. Remember that, it's important to my theory. The Golden Planet was destroyed by an asteroid. Or so we think. It turns out that this beast completely freaking swallowed it. I think that's just queso. Sorry. Also, Sigurd has nightmares of the company building monster breaking free, killing him, and it's true. So sad. Also, Sigurd has 3 other crewmates. Jess, a good friend, Desmond, his brother, and Richard, the jerk who actually died to a bracken on... let me just make a quick edit to the script. It was Val. Not March. That was in my original thing. The jerk who died to a bracken on Val, not March, which I originally had there. That's a quick edit. Oh yeah, there's also Rich's replacement, Lucas. But I won't mention him. He isn't very important to the lore. But now, the lore gets more serious. In one log, Sigurd uses the walkie-talkie near the wall and gets strange noises coming out from it. He makes out words. Someone is saying that they're inside the beast being digested. He says the Golden Planet was real, but we already know that it was real and that what happened to it, but yeah. But it wasn't an asteroid that killed it. The Beast, which we all know about it being Wait. And he starts talking gibberish. Sigurd hears something about spitting out the rinds. Finally, the last log is just titled Desmond. In it, Desmond writes it, not Sigurd. That can mean only one thing. Sigurd is dead. By the way, you can't hear the voices if you use the walkie-talkie next to the wall. That's just a cool thing that they added in the log. That's not a gameplay feature yet. And he says these exact words. And I'll put a screenshot up on the thing from the... One sec. Guys, just one sec. I'm taking a screenshot of it. Just give me a second. Okay, it got a little cut off, but whatever. So, but I'll still say it. I'll still say it in case it doesn't show up. Desmond, period. October 15th, 1968. I'm encrypting these logs to keep them hidden, as I fear the system will be wiped if they are found. It's all a guise. We're supposed to think it's all just a transaction, but our real job is keeping an incredible terror fed. How long until its fullness ends and its hunger is insatiable? God knows. Maybe it has to do with all these desolate moons. Whoever read this, I am sorry to burden you with this. Please have a good day and night, as what else is there for us to do? Notice the date. October 15th, 1968. Yeah. So anyways, time to get on with the theory. See you there. Bomb. Part 3. Theory. Why the hell do I keep on doing this? So, here's my theory. That the company building on 61 Gordian, which you can just play the game to figure out where that is, wasn't the original, or the OG main base. I think the main base was on March. So, to start out, I just want to say that this is a theory. I'm not stating facts. I'm just a gaming nerd who had a theory about an 8-month-old game at the time of writing that script, which was a while ago. So, to start out, why do I think this is? I mean, Titan has the biggest inside map. Well, I think Titan is so big. So to start out, why do I think this? I mean, Titan has the biggest inside map. I think I cut something. I think I didn't remember to put something in. That's off script, but whatever. Well, I think Titan is so big because Sigurd's dad, who he mentions in one of the logs, lives on Titan. You can just read that. Works for the company, but not as a scrap collector, but as a miner. Hear me out. The little... Okay, they never mentioned in the log that he works for the company. Now we're getting into the theory part. Who worked for the company, but not as a scrap collector, but as a miner. Hear me out. In the little blurbs about the moons, it mentions Titan was mined for resources. I think that Sigurd's dad, who I'm just going to call SD from now on, worked as a miner for the company. When the war broke out or the wars ran dry, either SD was dead, moved, got fired/quit, or died in the war. Now, why am I saying this? Because as part of the deal, I think SD lives on Titan. That's why it's so big. Because there was mining space and living space. So how did this tie into March? Because it has the second biggest map size multiplier in the game. Okay, quick. We're going to break script. That it might, some information about the gold bars and... Okay, no, we'll get that. But I do think that Artifice has a larger map size. Possibly. V50. As of V50, with those 3 new moons, I hadn't gotten to account for this, but yeah. Back to the script. That's why it's so big, because there was mining space and living space. So how did the time to March? Because it has the second biggest map size multiplier in the game. So I think that this was the company's main HQ, at least excluding the company building. But the company isn't where the company is. But the company building, isn't where the company is. In one of Sigurd's logs, it states, okay, so Desmond quote-unquote, traced the call and found out there's a group of people somewhere else that pretends to call us from the company building. They're across the whole solar system. Why would they be so far away? Here's a few other things that I find weird about March. Okay. 1. Gold bars have the highest chance to spawn on March. Might be artifice. I think, yeah, it is. Wait, let me just... You guys can check the wiki. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry about that. But still. Might be artifice, but still. Why? Because all the gold from Titan in the Golden Planet were stored here. So that could mean that March is where the company stored their gold reserves. Kind of like Vault 79 from Fallout 76. It might be Vault 79. I don't know. I don't play Fallout. But I knew that, but whatever. Also, the moon has a special feature. 3 fire exits. Now, most people think this is just a cool little feature to spice up the game a bit. But I think it's for 2 different reasons. 1, it's very simple, because it's large. Larger area means more exits. Very simple. But, oh yeah, here's a little hole off script. Titan is big and only has 1 fire exit. Might just be for gameplay purposes, but my second reason covers that. Very simple. But the second reason is something else. Bees. I think that circuit bees were tested on by the company. Why is this important? 3 things. 1, bees are most common on March. And 2, in the bestiary entries, it states, and in rare cases, they can start fires. If there was a high risk of fires, and on such a large facility, they would need 3 fire exits. And on such a... finally, number 3, the bestiary entry for the bees is suspiciously long. It also says that in the bestiary entry that how they did something was still under research. By who, Zeekers? Who? Anyways, I would also like to talk about the bracken. Side note, again, I keep on doing this. Bracken is most common on VOW, I believe. Sorry about the misinformation. I didn't check the wiki or anything. Also, I'd like to talk about the bracken. Bracken is most common here. And the moon is forest moons. Brackens are real plants, and brackens... In real life, brackens are real plants. And brackens have flowers on them. Simple. Part 4. Conclusion and outro. Oh, wait. I gotta do the thing. Part 4. Whatever. So, that's my conclusion. March is the main base for the company. Also, I think it was some sort of testing ground. Maybe weaponized circuit bees? I don't know. Anyways, this was a fun vid. Took a while to make. So remember to subscribe. Also, thank you so much for 100 subs. It means a lot to me. Oh, this was recorded at the time. When I wrote the script, which was like a while ago, we just hit 100 subs. Just so you all know. But still, thanks. Okay, sorry. Bye. Hope you enjoyed. See y'all. Eat my toast.